Hi, this is Sandy Jo from rhinestonetemplates.com, and I wanted to show you how I make a double template and how I use it. And I have one here that I'm going to be working with that is a denser lettering that goes in an outline of a different color. So what I do is I start with my first densest color first, which is my clear, because then I'm not going to have to worry about the possibility of this particular color with so many of the stones not lifting up as much as they do on the other color. So there's less chance of them popping off or turning over or doing anything when you're attaching the two colors together in a two-color rhinestone transfer. So I'm going ahead and putting these in, and I'm just about done here. I've got a few more to put in and just work with a soft circular kind of a wave motion. And the stones are weighted. Good stones are weighted, so they'll go into your template fairly well, and they actually help each other go in. So the more stones that you can pile on to your template too, the better that it is. So I've got one here that's missing, and I've got an extra one down here, so I'll just pick it up and stick it in that little hole there. And then I'll take my transfer tape and go ahead and pick up, whoops, I see an extra one right here, and go ahead and pick up the stones that I have here. So I'll go ahead and just lay this down and pick up my stones, just give them a good rub on the acrylic material that I'm using for this. I use this for high production if I'm doing a lot of transfers all at once and I need to really get in there and whip them out fast. I use the plexi on the bottom as my backer piece, and this one is done. So actually I set that one aside, and this is a two-part, like I said, so you just take and flip it over, and on my other side I've got my outline of my colors. And you can do this too on backer pieces that are not plexi, but it works well for me when I'm doing, you know, a good amount of them in a high production a lot. I like to take and work with the plexi on the back. It just works really well. So get all these stones in the holes and just pay attention to they roll over. So with your brush you're actually going to take and roll them over, and the brush is helping knock the stones against each other, so they actually do that. And it works pretty darn easy. I've got one clear one I see in here that isn't supposed to be in here, so we'll just get in there and pop that little guy out and get the right color in there. And he's gone, and here's some empty holes, so let's just slide a few in here that I have extra laying on the top. And that looks pretty darn good, and I think that's it. So then I grab my other piece. It has the denser stones on it, and this is a layering for coloring, so you just line it up with your eyes. You kind of know where it's supposed to go, and just take and lay it down. And as you lay it down, just do a nice little press against the other stones that you just put in there. Some colors of stones are not as high or as, they sit farther down. They're just not as high a stone as some of the others. My clear here actually are a little bit higher than what my blue ones are, so if I have to come back and kind of push a little bit to get those in place, we'll do that, and that's not a problem either. So you just go ahead and grab one corner. I always like to work with the corners, and when I peel heat press vinyl or anything else, I always work from a corner too. It's just what I do. It doesn't mean it has to be for everybody. But there's a few little blue ones that stick, so just use your finger and go back and get them. Now what we've done here is I'm going to go ahead and put my backer tape on here, and we have just created a really nice two-color transfer. And this can be used whether it's for a window sticker or whether it's for a shirt or whatever it would be. If you see any stones out of place at this time, just come in with your little tweezers and just kind of work them back in. I had a stone there that was out of place. And if you have any questions, just visit me at rhinestonetemplates.com or rhinestonetemplates@gmail.com, and I'll be glad to help you if I can with any supplies or products that you might need.